Hey, what's happening guys? Mark back in the workshop on Mark's Aquatics. Right, you've seen a little change in this tank now and you're looking at some beautiful little pygmy puffer fish here. I've taken the endlers out, had a bit of a change of heart, and I thought, well, I want to try and breed these guys at some point. So I bought 4, what I decided, hey, just had that little snail there. The ones that I thought were, I've got 1 male and 3 females in there, and I'm going to bring these on. These are sort of sub-adults. They're still not a bad size, but it's plagued with snails. It's little baby bladder snails and little ram's horns. About 3 or 4 shrimp left in there, and I'm going to slowly get those out. These guys aren't big enough to kill fully grown shrimp. They'll chase them around, but they're not going to do them any harm. Stunning little guys these are. As you can see, their little beady eyes are already looking. I've literally just put these in from the shop, and they are absolutely beautiful. This Monte Carlo is absolutely pearling away very nicely today. I've put CO2 in this tank as well. You can see that in the back there. I've just done a branch system off of the other tank, so it's running the 2 now. We've got 2 diffusers running off of there. So these are very active, highly little inquisitive fish, and they've got right character. They really have. Males tend to get more of a longer line. I'll try and find that, I think, which is the male. I think the male is that guy there. They tend to have more creases around the eyes, and the females tend to be more irregularly spotted with whiter undersides, their little whiter bellies. But these guys are going to be pigging out now on these snails. Go on, get him, mate. Boom! He's got him. And the great thing is they're going to have a go, they're going to fall down, and they're going to climb back up, and they're going to get them again. There's a little bare space at the back there where they can go hunting. I'm going to try and bring these guys on and breed them eventually. But it's a beautiful tank. You see I've added some more bogwood, some more plants, and it's looking nice. I need to clean the sides of the glass. I've got this tank quite close, so I'll just have to get in there with my algae scrubber and get down the side. There's a few watermarks on there which I'll get rid of. But they've got tons of food. I'm not going to feed these guys now for quite some time because they've got a lot of food in there that they can carry on eating for the time being. And they've settled in lovely. You see them in the shops and they're all stressed because there's nothing in the tanks. But then when you get them into something like this where you've got more of a natural environment for them, they'll settle in very quickly because they just think they're back home. And there is tons of life in here for them to graze upon, and they're in lovely condition. Nice little fat bellies on them, and they're going to get even fatter. Now you see that is the male there, and I think, what's the male and the female? That male's got more of those wrinkles around the eye. He's the one that you just see there, and he's going to shoot off. They tend to get that line, more of a line that joins up through that lateral line area as they get older, and the females, you can see with the spots, more of irregular spots, and like I said, with the whiter belly. He's got one there. They're going to be sucking these guys out of the shells. I love watching these. I do miss them. I had some quite some time ago. My daughter had some, and I spend hours watching them. They're so funny. So they're very busy hunting already. Look at that. I think I'm just going to watch these little guys for a little bit. I think enjoy a little bit of music, and you can watch them hunting away their favourite prey, the delicious juicy little snails. Absolutely beautiful, look at that. And like I said guys, I'm gonna raise these guys up now. They love bloodworms, all that kind of stuff. And especially their favourite food, the snails. Little tiny worms as well, they'll eat those. I absolutely love these little guys. God, they're really tucking into them snails. Look at that, they suck them straight out the shell like a bit of spaghetti. Absolutely fabulous stuff. And when they put on some weight, they'll go and breed. Now you'll find that it's a bit of a runaround process. I bred them many years ago and they're great fun. Once they get up to a certain size, obviously when they're mature, those lateral line will come in, the male. You'll see the three females there, the males at the back on the right hand side and the females are this little gang here. And they will race around the bottom, they're quite secretive little breeders. And they'll go in the leaves and stuff and they'll chase her around until the eggs are deposited and then they'll fertilise those. So hopefully I'll get some footage of that, but it's quite difficult because they'll go right deep in amongst the vegetation and breed. But then you just basically you bring them up like you've seen me do on so many other fish breeding episodes, sorry, on the Infusoria and the freshly hatched brine shrimps as well. And they are super cute, the babies. I mean, the parents are cute as it is, but the babies are really, really cute little guys. They really are. And the thing is, when you've got as many tanks as I've got, you've got a limitless supply of snails to feed these guys. I know some of you guys like your snails, but this is what these guys eat in the wild. And if you're going to bring something and try and breed something, you've got to really condition it up and grow them and get them to their potential. And keep them as healthy as possible. Keep those little chewing little pads down, because they love chewing on the shells, crunching up stuff, and you just got to mimic what they do in the wild. And that's a big head start for you then. So I'm really excited to get my hands on these. I went up the shop and they had a huge tank full of them, and I was very surprised, and they were quite big as well. So that's going to save on a bit of bringing on time. So maybe give these guys a couple of months, 2 or 3 months. And hopefully we'll have some breeding action going on, which would be fantastic. And nothing else is going to go in this tank. Now obviously the shrimp that you do see in there, I am going to put some food right in the front here somewhere. And they'll come straight out for it. And I'll carefully net them out. And put them in the tank next door where we've... with that rescape that we did a couple of videos back now. Well, they've really settled in. You can tell when they're settled because they don't pace. And I mean pacing, you'll find when they're upset they'll go up and down the glass. They'll pick on one side of the tank or the other and they'll be just going up and down the glass, up and down. With pufferfish, it's very important when you're setting up the aquarium that you make sure that there's lots of nooks and crannies, things that they can look around, come up against something, go behind something. Just break that line of sight, because if they've got just a bare tank in there, they just don't like it at all. They love to explore. As you can see, these guys now, they're watching me, I'm moving, they're watching my little fingers going around the place, and they're very, very inquisitive. And these guys are literally just in the tank, so give them a couple of weeks and they'll really settle in. And then we can get some more video of these guys and as they grow up. And I can be documenting it all for you. So when we do breed them, you can look right back from the start. And I can link them all together for you like I've done in other videos. See, he's going to get that snail on the left hand side. Boom, got him. And that's the amazing thing. They go up and they'll literally suck that snail right out of the shell in one clean swipe. And you look there and all you'll see is an empty shell, and the tank will be littered with them before long. How this is coming on. Obviously the shrimp have done their best pulling all this off the top here, but I just take that off with the tongs and what they pull off I'll just remove and I'll tie it onto somewhere else. And before I know it, it's going greener already. You notice it was yellower last time, but with that CO2 in there that we put in there, it's really growing nicely now. And these bits that I put in here, they've probably doubled in size already. Look at that. Anyway guys, I hope you like those my new little pets in the workshop. Absolutely stunning. Over the moon with them, and look forward to many months and years of these little guys cruising around in their little home. This is their forever home now. It's never going to be changed. I thought I was going to keep the endlers in here, but I thought I had too many, and when I took them out I thought it's going to be better suited to something else. And I thought with all the snails in there, what better fish species to put in the tank. So here they are. Anyway guys, as always, thanks for tuning in, thanks for watching. As always, you're all stars. Love you loads, take care, and we'll be seeing you on the next edition of Mark's Aquatics. Bye for now.
Just me and my guitar.